Greetings, everyone, from San Antonio. The Spurs team. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. The Thunder made a special trip here for one game, back in Oklahoma City for the next one. They had a lot of momentum right now, playing well and looking very good.
All of their recent games have been high energy, high quality effort. I mean, they've been playing with a lot of emotion, but they've channeled it in the right way, and they're still playing with a lot of discipline as well.
Fun to watch, guys, really. Just playing hard, but also under control. So that effort and execution that you talked about, coupled with the teamwork every time they take the floor.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Inside, you've got BUKU and Cannon. Russell Westbrook out there with Andre Robertson. And it's Durant in at the small forward. Here's Cantor from the inbound. Rebound by Parker.
Yeah, and a big year for Enes Kanter last season. I mean, traded from the Jazz to the Thunder and finally saw the minutes that he was hoping for. Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Here's Ginobili following the score by Oklahoma City. Spurs passing it around. Here's Duncan, and Durant sends it back. The kick out to Aldridge. 5 on the clock. And Parker gets it to go. The assist by Aldridge. Parker's got 5 points so far.
The defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
And Cantor did play well with the increased minutes last season. Clark averaged a double-double after the trade.
I think it was a great fit for him in Oklahoma City. He still has work to do, but now that he feels like he's in the right environment, I think we're going to see that great potential of his start to come to fruition.
And he sinks the second. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Can't get the heave to fall.
I'm not even going to comment on that.
Neither am I. I mean, if you're going to attempt a buzzer beater, I guess I will comment. Make sure there's actually a buzzer to beat.
And surprisingly, a firm throwdown. And that's a little bit out of character, Kevin.
It is, Greg. You're right. He's got plenty of size to attack the basket, but Clark rarely does.
Well, he certainly attacked it that time, Kevin. I mean, that's what they want to see more from him.
To the middle. Leonard dishes to Duncan. And that one's good.
You know, I think anytime the shot comes from that range, the offense has done its job and done it well.
The Thunder have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. And so here is Oklahoma City. Here's Robertson. Solid defense there from Ginobili. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Ginobili's got his first points of the game.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move. And the Spurs last season became the first franchise to hire a female assistant coach. A big step, not just for the Spurs, but really for all of the NBA.
Now here's Parker. What a tremendous game he played against Cleveland.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against Cleveland.
A lot of firepower coming off the bench in that game really allowed them to escape with victory.
I thought the bench was the X factor for him. You can't rely on that kind of scoring coming from the reserves every game. But when it shows up, it's a nice weapon.
Here's Leonard after Enes Kanter's basket, and he gets the bucket.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
Well, I tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
It really has, and they've created a lot of high percentage shots in the paint here already.
Deflects the pass, and that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
And now a look at Serge Ibaka. Some stats on him. How his last 10 games have gone. Averaging 13 points per game, over 2.5 blocks, and 5 rebounds. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And fellas, I would say he's been overachieving a little bit lately. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things for the future.
Here's Parker. Following the score by Serge Ibaka. Parker kicks to Aldridge. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Yeah, great concentration there, Greg. Hung in there. He didn't let that contact throw him off at all. Stayed focused on the rim, knew he was going to get hit, and still was able to finish. I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Stolen by Cantor. Roberson the pass to Cantor. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Boy, this game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high-octane offense from both sides in this one.
And the wide-open shot from Ginobili, off target with his three. Launches a three and released it in time, but it's off the mark.
And now, your Spurs dance team.
And a chance to hear from Tony Parker, who said he lives for the challenge of continuing to improve.
I always try to improve and get better.
And in Tony Parker's case, great is what he wanted to be and has been for a long time.
You know, that's... great, because that pops and why he's one of the best in the game. You got to be able to drive and motivate and also give the confidence, and that's what's happened with Tony Parker. Remember when he first came on the scene, it was not a cakewalk for him. He had his struggles, and now we're talking about a guy who's going to be in the Hall of Fame.
And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. Looking amped up and ready to get going once again. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
Manu and Kawhi filling out the perimeter. Duncan out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Parker in at the point. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. And watching Serge Ibaka the
And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him making those kinds of plays, even in a close game.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. One-on-one fast break. Here's Westbrook. Cannot hit. And the Spurs going the other way now. Their last meeting was in Oklahoma City, where they were unable to fight off the Thunder.
And that was a stinker. I mean, that's one of those games where you really can't find anything that they did well. The game just got out of hand and really just a shaky performance across the board.
Yeah, and I'd have to agree with you, and you know how optimistic and positive I am. But it's hard for me to find anything positive to take away from that. And that's a game you just want to forget about as soon as you can. The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific, and I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And really look for them now to be even more aggressive on the defensive side. Try to come up with a few more steals.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Well, it was the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game. And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Thunder trailing by 3. Ibaka with the ball. Picked up by Aldridge. And Ibaka kicks to Cantor. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Ginobili outside. The feed to Duncan. Down low. And that one's good by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 7 points. And a closer look here at the hustle stance for the Spurs.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Ginobili kicks to Duncan. That one rolling around and rims out. Thunder trailing by 3. Robertson dishes to Durant. Score of the basket is third after 5 shots. For San Antonio, they've gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Aldridge kicks to Leonard. Inside, kicks it out to Ginobili. Shoots. Shot clock at 6. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Aldridge. Aldridge has got 3 assists tonight.
A chance here to go 2 for 1.
Boy, they've got to ramp up the speed and make it happen in a hurry. Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
He was all alone on that one. And now a 6-point Spurs lead.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
For 3, Westbrook. San Antonio with the rebound. Duncan high post. No good on the buzzer beater. And so we wrap up the first half.
Tony, you guys have seemed to be in a good groove lately. Taking a broader look at the season, what's important for this team to have success this year?
To stay healthy. I like our chances this year. Our young guys got a lot of experience, and we play good basketball right now, so hopefully we can stay healthy and play good at the end of the season.
Tony, thank you as always. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third quarter of basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. Some good action during the period, as it was just a 1-point game at the end of one. The second quarter was when things really came together for them, and the result is they were able to build a solid 6-point lead at the half. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Well, they called the right plays, and then they executed. Great job in the first half. That's why they were so efficient, and they shot so accurately. The defense threw a number of different looks at them, but they were always prepared because they were cool, calm, and efficient.
And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Thunder.
Well, they could be ahead in this game if they were taking care of the boards. More possession means more scoring opportunities. Few rebounds either way could decide the outcome of the game. Ultimately, this game will come down to who wants it more.
Well, that's all for now, as it looks like the second half is just about ready to get started. Enjoy the rest of the game.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
Taking a look at the Thunder. Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Robertson is up there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Cantor in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Offensive rebound. Out to Duncan. Beyond the arc. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
3 straight misses here to start the second half.
Durant attacking.
And guys, it's easy to forget sometimes just how young Kevin Durant still is. I mean, last season, he became the second youngest player to get to 15,000 points. Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness. What a pass by the fearless Manu Ginobili. Great teamwork.
For Durant getting to 15,000 points, the only player, Clark, to do it quicker was LeBron James.
Yeah, and it's even more impressive when you realize that Durant did spend 1 year in college, Kevin. You take a year off his age, and he and LeBron got to that point plateau in virtually the same amount of time.
Leonard on the wing, defended by Ibaka. Leonard kicks to Duncan, and there's the 3-second violation. Well, when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this, for his career, 15,806 career assists, a record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And guys, you know, you look up point guard in the dictionary, and there's a nice little picture of John Stockton there. I mean, he is an unreal distributor. Control the game like no one ever has before or since. It's no coincidence that Utah never missed the playoffs in any of the 19 seasons that John Stockton was at the helm.
Spurs leading by 8. Screen by Duncan. Ginobili kicks to Duncan. Parker passes to Aldridge. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got his 8th assist in the game. The Thunder have gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started.
And it's just hard to imagine the Spurs without Coach Popovich on the sidelines. He's the longest tenured coach in the NBA and has done so much for this team. Easily one of the best coaches in the history of our league.
It's stolen by Ibaka. It's 2-on-1. Here's Westbrook. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
That's how you make it happen, guys. Ball pressure and then a run out.
And that's how you flip the script in terms of momentum right there.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
Here we go, San Antonio. Please give it up to the Spurs dance team.
She was just a little off last talking, big number changes. We're talking small dips in a number of categories.
Well, one category where he did really fall off, though, Kevin, was field goal percentage. A career 53% shooter, he dropped down to 47.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
And getting back to Ibaka, everything changed for him the minute Kevin Durant was lost last season. I mean, defenses could focus on him, and he was the Thunder's only front court scoring threat. And as much as he's improved on offense, he still has neither the flexibility nor skill set to be a guy that can be considered a first or second option offensively.
Spurs leading by 5. 58 seconds left in the third. Ginobili dishes to Aldridge. Parker. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Talking about Ibaka, last season was good for his growth. I mean, he got a taste of what it's like to be the first or second scoring option rather than an afterthought. Now it's up to him to take that experience and convert it into improvement.
And the basket good.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
Parker kicks to Aldridge. Fires the 3. Spurs working the ball around now. Durant attacking, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Tear that rim up, big fella.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Passes it to Leonard. Dishes it to Parker. There's the triple. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
They'll probably let the clock wind down here.
Right on. I mean, no need to give the ball back before the end of the quarter in this situation.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And you factor in his height advantage, it's almost unfair.
And the pass to Aldridge. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you. And the final period of play just about to start. San Antonio leading by 7. The timeless Parker and Manu are the 1 and the 2. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Duncan in at center. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
Left side of BUKU. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And the deeper we get into this game, it seems like the more the offenses are in rhythm.
Without question, I mean, both of these teams are firing on full broadband bandwidth. I mean, full throttle ahead.
Thunder trailing by 5. Westbrook passes to Durant, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that. And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Westbrook dishes to BUKU. And it's sent back by Aldridge. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by BUKU. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Aldridge kicks to Ginobili. And Duncan with the basket on the assist by Ginobili. Ginobili's got 5 assists in the game. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, but they've been offensive defensively tonight because they've really forced the issue on D and come up with quite a few steals and deflections.
Durant doing all sorts of things. He's got 13 points and the 2 nice steals as well.
No idea we'd see a performance like this one today.
The only way to describe it in my vocabulary is dominance.
And it's Leonard with the jam.
Well, what a smart pass that time by Aldridge.
Thunder trailing by 7. Durant with a wide open look. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Durant's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
There's Parker with the 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
That gives him his second 3 of the half with 3 total for the game.
There's the 3. Rebound, San Antonio. Aldridge has got his 5th rebound in this one.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And Cantor pulls it down.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense. 4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low. Turnovers weren't a story for them early on, but that's changed. And now they're definitely having trouble keeping possession and momentum.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. It's rebounded by Aldridge. Aldridge has got his 6th rebound on the night. And the basket by Ginobili. And the Spurs lead by 8.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
That's good. .115 left in the game. The Spurs have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Aldridge with a screen on Durant. Duncan kicks to Leonard. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
He was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feel.
This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
You're exactly right. I mean, take care of the ball, work the clock. It's a wrap.
Yep, nice game. They get it back. Tries again. And Duncan with the layup. Duncan's got the lead up to 10 now for the Spurs.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
Aldridge kicks to Ginobili. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside Aldridge. He feeds it to Duncan. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And that one's good. Parker.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
Here's Cantor. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And Kevin, the knack for the offensive rebound are a big part of what makes this guy special.
Not to mention, Greg, his ability to finish with strength, just like that.
Yeah, he's an invaluable asset for them to have. No question about it.
And so it's San Antonio with the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Congratulations on the victory tonight. You made a lot of things happen out here on the court to get everyone involved.
That's the whole team. It's not just me. The whole team did great. We played great defense. And in offense, we moved the ball, took good shots. We were shooting the ball well.
Tony, thanks for the time. Guys, always a humbleness to this group.
Doris, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. Now time to send you over to the award-winning Ernie Johnson for the postgame show with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this guy. You get jealous, and he feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
There's no question about it. As far as small forwards go, Kawhi Leonard is right up there with the best of them. You know if you leave him open, he's going to knock it down every look he gets. But what makes him elite is his stifling brand of D.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.